welcome back to the broadcast. Well, you know, the late spring and the early summertime is the perfect time to get some of those much needed home projects done so you can really enjoy your summer peacefully. So here were some great things that you could do quickly and easily without breaking the bank. That's the most important thing, isn't it? Is Carmen De La Paz from HGTV. Hey, Carmen.
Hey, how are you today?
Doing great, doing great. Okay, so tackling these home projects is, I think that, yeah, this is the perfect time of year to do it, but we want to do it without spending too much money and spending too much time. So what are some great tips?
Absolutely. It's summertime. People want a new feeling around the house, right? Get rid of the old, not only on the inside, but also on the outside. And whenever anybody asks me, what's a quick and inexpensive, that was the key word, right, Lisa? Inexpensive. I'm always going to say go with paint. Paint will make the biggest impact on anything, from a wall to just smaller accessories, meaning like it's really trendy now to buy old flea market furniture and revive it, or to have an old piece of furniture in the house and give it a little sanding and repaint it and make it feel new again. So oftentimes people don't realize the impact that you can make by simply using a can of paint, some tape, and a paintbrush. I think many will be surprised.
Well, and Carmen, paint nowadays is so much different than it was when I was, you know, buying my first home and decorating it, because there's lots of different paints. You've got metallics and ones that have like a certain shimmer to them, and then, like you said, using tape to make designs. So can you show us how to do that?
Absolutely. Well, I love that you mentioned metallics, because I love, love, love metallics. And most recently, you are so on trend, Lisa, that metallics have even improved. Metallics used to be really runny, or they wouldn't build up in their metallic application very well. And now metallic paints have improved tenfold, which you're right on the mark. Here's a great little metallic application. How about a table runner? And this one was done by Home Stories A to Z, which is a blogger that we've invited to help contribute to our creative ideas. And it's just basically a bold metallic paint using the scotch blue tape with advanced edge lock technology. And what that gives us is it gives us a paint line protection. What does that mean? Sharp line, which really makes the difference between a professional job and a job that looks more DIY. How many times have you pulled back the tape and you've seen the bleed come through, the dreaded paint bleed, and you just want to die, right?
Yes, well, and especially if your wall has a texture on it, it's kind of hard to get the tape to stick down completely.
Exactly. And for that, for your rougher texture, you're going to want to, there's two different kinds of the scotch blue tape. There's the green core, which has a little bit more bonding adhesion, and there's also the orange core, which is delicate surfaces. So what you're going to want to do is see the green core has a little bit more tackiness to it, but the delicate surfaces has a little bit more conformability to it. So the rough edging, you're going to want to work with one or the other, but I think both of them are going to work really well because of this paint line protection. But let's talk about smaller crafting projects. You know, some people might want to do a big accent wall or a whole room, but you can do paint and change even something as small as a picture frame. Taking out the matting, using some tape, smashing some paint over it, removing the tape, and now you've got your accent colors in a picture frame. Also, why not update a cutting board in your kitchen? Use a little bit of chalkboard paint. Again,
I love
look at the great
paint. Yes.
Isn't that the best? And the thing is that chalkboard paint now doesn't only come in the black. It comes in like grape color, limes, blues, reds, oranges. I mean, it has like, I think like almost 20 different colors that you can now get chalkboard paint. But the one thing that people don't know about chalkboard paint, and above and beyond all these great ideas, is here's your chalkboard paint tip. Say that 20 times, Lisa. The tip is, for any dark colored paint, whether it be chalkboard paint, a red strong color, you want to use a tinted primer. That is a color that's a primer that's going to ensure the paint adheres, but it's going to help achieve the dark color that you want faster, because the darker the color paint, the more expensive it is. You're going to pay more money for a red of paint because of the red dye that went into that paint than if you were using a pastel color.
Oh. Good to know. All right, Carmen. Yeah, we're having some technical difficulties there, but fantastic tips, right? Get out there and paint something in your home. Okay, a fresh look can make you feel like $1 million, but fashion doesn't have to break the bank. When the broadcast comes back, we're exploring some of the shocking finds that you can come across when shopping at a thrift store.